Why is it important to remember past lives? Or how can that help? Or does it always help?
A couple of reasons why it's important. One, it helps you to get rid of the fear of death. When you know that you've lived before and you will again, and you'll be reunited with your loved ones, you don't fear death so much. So life becomes more important. You can focus more on joy and peace and happiness now. You don't have so many fears. Another reason, and that's as a therapist also important to me, is that it can get rid of symptoms. Just like Catherine, when she remembered drowning, she got rid of a fear of choking or gagging and a fear of water. Hypnosis is just focusing the concentration. You don't go anywhere. So if I hypnotized you and I said, go back and remember your 12th birthday party or your 8th birthday party, and you did with detail, that would be hypnosis. You don't actually go back to the age of 12 or 10 or 8. You just remember. And hypnosis is focusing the concentration.
How was your upbringing in terms of religious beliefs or your home life?
Again, very traditional. I grew up in New Jersey, which is really a suburb of New York City, and I went to college at Columbia. Religious upbringing was Jewish in this life, but I've had 2 lifetimes that I remember as a Catholic priest and several Buddhist and Hindu, so I think I've been all religions. But in this life, Jewish. I didn't even know about reincarnation. This was not taught in the religion that I was aware of. It turns out it is in the Kabbalah and the mystical traditions, but I didn't know this. So I didn't have any belief in past lives or reincarnation. I'm not even sure how you would categorize me except as a scientist. I was a professor at the University of Miami and chairman of psychiatry at Mount Sinai, a large house and a big mortgage and 2 young children. There was a lot of risk, and I was making more money than I ever had before because I was the chairman of the department. So there was a lot of risk to me, and I didn't tell people right away. But the more that I saw it help people, this information, this knowledge, it helped people to understand that there is no death, that we go on when we die, whatever you want to call that part of us, the soul, the spirit, consciousness, survives the death of the physical body.
Do you come back with a set of masters or a set of guides with you?
Yes, you are always with your guides and masters, and sometimes loved ones. Maybe a grandparent dies when you were young, and your grandparent becomes a guide to you also. So basically it's the same as the religion state, what I'm finding, that everything is about love and nonviolence, and we go to higher levels when we die. Now, I think that sometimes we have to come back here until we get it right.
Once we are masters, or just when we're in that process of developing the soul or developing ourselves as souls?
Right, developing ourselves. We come back because we're still learning. Then at some point we don't have to come back. We may help people from the other side. We may become masters, guardian angels, whatever you want to call it. We help, but we never die, and our loved ones never really die. Physically, yes, but not the spirit, not the soul. Now this is in all the religions, but people have stopped paying attention to that. They've forgotten. And they live their lives as if this is the only time, and they have to accumulate as many things as they can and climb over other people. And they've forgotten how to find joy and happiness and peace in their lives right now.
Have you tied any other life experience with this work you're doing now?
I think those were the priest lifetimes. The Babylonian one, I was able to teach about metaphysics and spirituality, and I didn't. I used it for my own gain. And then the Catholic lifetime, I was starting to teach about, as a priest, reincarnation, and these were heresies, and I was killed for that. And this time I think I'm trying to balance those two, get it right.
And not getting killed.
Not getting killed, right. Hopefully doing it through science. Like psychiatrists, in a sense, are like priests in the 20th century, a little bit. Not in religion, but in science. So I think that I'm trying to get it right. But mostly I think of myself as incredibly blessed, fortunate, to be put in this position where so much information has been given to me. And I could share that information and help people. And in return, I get to meet wonderful people from all over this planet. All kinds of people have marvelous experiences traveling and meeting people in all the cultures from all corners of the world. And so I consider myself incredibly fortunate.